हेलो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप सब बढ़िया। सो टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू अबाउट द थ्री रिफॉर्म्स, दैट इज LPG रिफॉर्म्स, मीन्स liberalization, privatization and globalization, right? That in India, in that means that reforms implemented in India in 1991. So first, like if you are just and this would be the second part. First part, I already made video, and that link would be in the description box, where I just made the video of the economic reforms in India, where I just made and just explain about what economy and economic is, and the types of economy, that is planned economy, Washington consensus, and then we have mixed economy. These are the things that I already made, right? So first I would prefer you to watch the earlier video and then watch this. So here I am going to tell you that these reforms were not implemented and adopted by India. The LPG reforms, the IMF was imposed to India, this reform, right? So uh, so I'm just telling you the reason behind why it was imposed by IMF, right? So it was the time of 1990, right? In the 1990, the first reason is uh, the PSUs of India were in the huge losses, right? And that imposed significant financial liabilities on the Indian government. This is the first reason. And second reason, in 1990 there were a Gulf War as well. So because of that, the price uh, uh, the price of oil globally high, right? This is the second reason. And third reason is that uh, because of that Gulf War, many Indians were uh, start coming back from that Gulf countries, right? And at that time, India received means now, if now I'm saying that uh, India just received remittances of $113 billion from the Gulf countries. So you can imagine it also stopped at that time. Means remittances also stopped because of the Gulf War, and that is the reason behind India do not have enough forex, means foreign reserve, so that India can just buy the necessary goods and services, or the petrols and all from the other country, right? And because of these three reasons, uh, the rate of inflation were very high in India, right? And for that, India do not have any option. So India just ask IMF, means the International Monetary Fund, who is just providing short-term loans to the countries, right? So IMF said that they will just provide the fund, but before that they have to change. Means the India have to just change some reforms, just have to make some reforms, and those reforms are called the LPG reforms. So one by one I will tell you that what all the reforms were, right? The first one is liberalization. So when we say liberalization, so liberalization is nothing but a policy where we are leaving the market to act on their own without interfering them, right? So this is where market is going as per their own. No one is going to interfere in them, right? That is what liberalization is here, right? So means in the simple term, I can just tell you there were two societies. First one is the feudal society, and then second one is the liberal society. So in the feudal society, each and everything just governed, means the growth and development were measured by the government, right? But in the liberal society, it is not. It was just act as per the market, right? This is what liberalization is. And when we say China, so China were already adopted these reforms in the in the mid 1980, right? 1980 China was already adopted this by the open door policy, and India implemented this reform in 1991, right? And when now we are seeing the economy, means the India's economy is now, the economy is 3.5 trillion dollar. And when we say China, so China has 18.5 trillion dollar. So you can imagine that is means 6 times more than India, right? So I'm not going to just discussing more about this. Here we just get to know about these three reforms only. So this is what liberalization is, right? And then now I'm tell you about the privatization. So in 1980 to 1990, many economies witnessed the reduction in the role of government and and transferred the assets to the private, right? So these are the things that happen in means privatization means there is the role of states become reduced, made reduce, and then and transfer it to the means private, right? So there are four things by which privatization happen. The first one is denationalization. So what is denationalization? Denationalization where there is a transfer of means 100% shares to the private organization, right? Means if there is any organization that is owned by government, so all the shares means all the means ownership just transfer to the private, but 100% means shares transfer to the private sector, right? This is only implemented in UK only in 1980. Not the all means other economy just adopted this means denationalization under privatization. And second one is disinvestment. So disinvestment is nothing but in disinvestment here the means shares of the states transferred to the private and means less than 100%. That is what disinvestment is here. So here there is two things. The first one is if the shares of the state's assets transfer to the means private up to 49%, so this is called the disinvestment. And the second one is if means more than 51% of the share is transferred to the privatization, this is means more than 51% of the share or ownership transferred to the private organization, that is also called the ownership. So I am just giving you the means like recent example of disinvestment, right? So as we already know that Air India, first Air India just owned by the government, means the state, but it was just privatized by the disinvestment. Here Tata just buy some shares from it, and then it's become the PSU, right? Now this the government did the disinvestment. Here there is a more than 50% of the share owned by the Miss Tata, right? And the rest of all in the hand of what do you call the private, right? So the and also there is also the third thing by which the privatization happen is by delicensing. So what is delicensing? So in early 19 after 1950 means in 1960 there were MRTP, that is monopolistic restrictive trade practice. 1965 was implemented in India, and by which means if anyone wants to open any industry or the manufacturing sector, so at that time you need to have a license, and license only on the license only have three to few means people just having that license, and with that there is a restriction as well. And those industries were run by government only, means government if any industry wants to just means expand their industry, so they can't. If they just want to क्या बोलते हैं, open the new industry, so they can't because of MRTP, right? So what happened in this privatization, this MRTP is also removed and getting license become easy, means for opening any industries it's become easy. At that time the license the process of getting license become very easy. So that was also means happened with the that is also happened with the privatization, right? The delicensing. So and then we have the globalization, right? So what is globalization? So when we say globalization, so it is like increase the economic integration among the nations, right? Means here we are just increasing the integration of the economy of the among the nations. Means here we just means here in this globalization, um, like many means here just I just give you the example of it, right? So how like many economies means how it increase the economic integration among the nation. So in after globalization, so earlier what happened, means any private sector and they just want to come, like if I can say the example of Samsung. If Samsung wants to open their industry here, so Samsung cannot, right? And if the Reliance that is in India, if they just want to open their organization in the USA, so they can't. So by the globalization, what happened? If anyone can just open their industries and then and can invest in the country by this globalization. Means here just all the entire world just work together, like there would be no restriction of opening the organization, right? So this is what globalization is here. And yeah, that's all about it. I hope you find it interesting. If you just like my initiatives, then please like, comment and share, and also subscribe as well. So earlier when I just read about this LPG reform, so I think that is liquefied petroleum gas, right? But later I just get to know that this is not liquefied petroleum gas. This is what means liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Okay, so thanks everyone. Bye bye. We'll meet in the next video. Till the time, bye bye. If you like, then please like, comment and share and subscribe as well. And okay, bye bye.